Hello, hello, hello. Welcome once again. I hope you're doing well. I hope Christmas was good for you. Christ is born, and I hope and I pray that He was born in your midst. He was born in your homes. He was born in your hearts. He was born in your, your place of work. Yeah, so 2020 is almost coming to an end, and we thank God that we made it this far. It wasn't easy. We all agree that it wasn't an easy year, and it had so many challenges, so many challenges. Of course, we lost some and we gained some things. So today, as I was reflecting about 2020 and the things that it has taught us and the things that it has, took away from us, the things that it took away from us, I looked at how it took away the freedom, our freedom of just movement, our freedom of just meeting whoever we want to meet, our freedom of hugging our friends and family, freedom to even go visit our own parents and just now if you have to think, am I healthy, am I okay? You have to check yourselves before you go visit your parents. You can't have parties anymore. Like during this season, everybody wants to have parties. It's our norm. Now we cannot. So now we have the new normal, and it has taken away all these things. People lost jobs. People had pay cuts. We had to live in maybe half or 25% of what you used to earn. We've lost loved ones, because of COVID-19 and other illnesses. People have lost businesses. People have lost a lot, and in the same way that we've lost, we've also gained some things. And I think it's only fair if we look at it both ways, and we realize that we gained some. We realized health is important. We started washing our hands more often than we had even washed before. We realized that we have to take supplements. Vitamins are important. We started eating healthy. We realized technology is so important, and we embraced it. I cannot imagine. My mom was doing, she's 65, and she was doing meetings at home via Zoom and via Teams. Crazy, things that we never knew that the old age would embrace. Technology, new things came, Zoom, and we had webinars and trainings, all these things happening online. People realize that now they have time to have new skill sets and learn, and people are learning online. People are baking, stitching, painting, and all manner of things. Personally, I loved painting. It was a way of just relaxing, because it's very therapeutic, and a nice way to spend with the kids, because as they paint, you're also painting, and it's a nice activity. Fitness, people went into fitness. Then we also realized that we're actually very resilient as human beings. There are areas that you because just life was not just normal, and you didn't realize that you are actually that strong, that you're able to bounce back. And some did not even manage to bounce back, but they bounced forward. People emerged even much better. People emerged stronger, during this season. And yes, 2020 has taught us a lot, and we've lost some and we've gained some as well. And if I think outside the box, about what 2020, and this is very personal, I don't know if you can relate with it, the masks that we were being asked to wear everywhere, physically, that you need to have a mask on, for me was a symbol and a teaching that now we need to speak less and listen more. Speak less and listen more. Listen to people, listen to an environment, listen to what is happening around you, and also not to speak things that are harmful, things that are hurtful. This made me aware of that. Like it's you're masking, yes, but also on the other hand, you're being taught to just listen more and probably talk less. Something else, the gloves. The gloves, initially there are places that you couldn't go without gloves. Supermarkets, there are areas, buildings you couldn't enter without gloves. So for me, this symbolized a protection of character, protecting your character, your integrity, ensuring that your integrity is top notch, that you're not getting into things in trouble, or other things that will cause you trouble at your place of work or even in your social life. Integrity and being a person of strong moral principles. And we were told to sanitize. As much as we were sanitizing physically, I felt that the sanitizing also was meant to be internally as well. As we sanitize physically, that we needed to sanitize our thoughts, our mind, sanitize. It was a time for us to sanitize our circles, the people we spend time with. Is the environment toxic? Are the people you're spending time with toxic? So it was time to think about and reflect inwardly and sanitize things that do not help you. Sanitize your soul, refine yourself, and just repent. It was a nice time to repent and be close to God. And we were also asked to wash hands. We've been washing hands every second, every minute. And washing hands for me was to just wash away from stuff that does not help you, or rather wash away from situations or things that you feel that you cannot manage. There's some things sometimes or situations that you come across, and you want to help, you want to do something about it, but it drains you, it drains your energy, it drains your emotions, it drains you mentally, physically, and emotionally. For me, those are things that I needed to wash away from, things that I cannot handle. I needed just to wash my hands and say, I cannot handle it. Sometimes if your cup is empty, you cannot feel, if it's not full, you cannot help anyone. Yeah, so your cup has got to be full for you to be able to feel others as well. So that was one of teaching that I derived from the washing of hands. Last but not least was isolation. As we all know, human beings, we are very social people, and so isolation was very difficult for a lot of people. And for me, isolation was a time where it was time to seek the presence of God. It was time to seek that quietness, and it's in that quietness that you even feel your own heartbeat. It's in that quietness that you listen to what God has to say. And also that isolation helps you to guard your space, guard your guard your heart, guard your mind, and isolation was a good thing for us, because sometimes it's during that isolation that elevation happens. You realize a lot of things. It's a time for you to reflect your life and many other things that pertains to life. And yeah, isolation, yes, we were isolated from a lot of our friends, a lot of family, but at the same time, I think it was a nice thing to just be in that space where it's just you and everything else is just quiet and still. And in that isolation, you're able to learn and figure out a lot of stuff about yourself. You know, it's a time for self-reflection, if I may say so. So we learned a lot. 2020, definitely a year where the chaff was separated from the wheat, and if you made it up to now, we've made it. You're okay, you're healthy. We just need to be grateful and to thank God, because it can only get better now. It can only get better. And my prayer for you is that 2021 is a better year for you and family, and that things will now get much better. As we say, and as one of my trainers was saying, we're not looking at bouncing back. No, we are bouncing forward, much better. All the best for 2021. I hope this relates to someone. As I said, it's very personal teachings for me, but I felt the nudge to share. Take care, stay blessed, and don't forget to share and like the video. Thank you. Bye bye. God bless you. Bye.
I know it's all you've got to just